Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Prabhu Janathan Prabhu
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Radhana Swami Niti Namine Namo Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine
Raju Prabhu.
Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vachakade Sakarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita
Raju
Gadadhara.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna Raju Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
ఒక చిన్న విషయం ప్రభుజీ, మీరు గురు ప్రణామ మంత్రము కొంచెము రాంగ్ చేస్తున్నారు, కరెక్ట్ చేసుకోండి. ఎట్లా అంటే కావాలండి నేను రాసిస్తానండి. గురు మహారాజ్ది రాధనా స్వామి ఎట్లా చేస్తామంటే నమో ఓం విష్ణుపాదాయ కృష్ణ ప్రేష్ఠాయ భూతలే శ్రీమతే రాధానా స్వామినితి నామిని. తర్వాత ప్రభుపాదది నమో ఓం విష్ణుపాదాయ కృష్ణ ప్రేష్ఠాయ భూతలే శ్రీమతే భక్తి వేదాంత స్వామినితి నామిని. మీరు ప్రభుపాద భక్తి వేదాంత రాధనా స్వామి భక్తి వేదాంత అంటున్నారు, అట్లా చేయకండి.
భక్తి వేదాంత ఓకే ఓకే ప్రభుజీ ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు ఒకసారి చేయండి, నాతో పాడండి.
నమో విష్ణుపాదాయ కృష్ణ ప్రస్థాయ భూతలి శ్రీమతి రాధనా స్వామి నిత్యనామిని నమో ఓం విష్ణుపాదాయ కృష్ణ ప్రస్థాయ భూతలి శ్రీమతి భక్తి వేదాంత స్వామి నిత్యనామిని.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. ఎస్,
అదే భక్తి వేదాంత పెడుతున్నా ప్రభుజీ. అవును,
అది ఓన్లీ ప్రభుపాదకి.
ఓకే ఓకే,
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభు. హరే కృష్ణ.
జై శ్రీ జై శ్రీ కృష్ణ చైతన్య ప్రభు నిత్యానంద శ్రీ అద్వైత హరే కృష్ణ హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరి హరే రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరి హరే రామ రామ హరి
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram Hare
Rama
Ram Ram Ram
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram Ram Ram
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Rama
Ram Ram
Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
नमामि
Krishna
विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत
Hare
स्वामी इति नामिने
Ram
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष
Hare
शून्यवादी
Krishna
पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
Hare
प्रभु नित्यानंद
Ram
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसाति गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Rama Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमती राधना स्वामी इति नामिने। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसाति गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम राम
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण
हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम राम
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण
हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्ण हरे
हरे
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, राम 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम
हरे
राम राम
कृष्ण
हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते राधना स्वामी निति नामिने, नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने, नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे, जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसाति गौर भक्त वृंद, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा राजू प्रभु, संयुक्त माताजी, गौरव प्रभु, सपन प्रभु, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining today. So let us start with Mangalacharana prayer and start reading Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukhaṁ karoti vācālam pangum langāyate girim yat kripātamaham vande Shri Gurum Dīnatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavastam gatopi va yasmare pundari koksham sabhyabhyantaram sujihi Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. Thank you, all of you joining today. Happy Monday, Krishna Conscious Monday. So let us start with this Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, 24th verse. Actually, we read already, but we will again read. Yeah. So chapter 1 talks about the later pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are at text 24. ila gauda deshe, tenho gauda deshe, bhasa ila prema rase. Read Mataji, Deepa Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Translation. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent Nityananda. Just once. Yeah. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent Nityananda Prabhu from Jagannath Puri to Bengal, which is known as Gauda Desha, and Lord Nityananda Prabhu overflooded that country with the transcendental loving service of the Lord.
Thank you, Mataji. Sahaja Nityananda Krishna Premo Dhama Prabhu Agnaya Kaila Yahatahan Premadana. Samyukta Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is by nature very much inspired in rendering transcendental loving service to Lord Krishna. Now, being ordered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he distributed this loving service anywhere and everywhere. Thank you, Mataji. Tanhara Chairane More Koti Namaskara Chaitanyera Bhakti Yen Hola Yoyela Samsara. Sadhya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I offer innumerable obeisances unto the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, who is so kind that spread the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all over the world.
Chaitanya Gosani Andre Bale Bada Bhai Tenho Kahe Mora Prabhu Chaitanya Gosani. Lavanya.
Translation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to address Nityananda Prabhu as his elder brother, whereas Nityananda Prabhu addressed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his Lord.
Thank you. Yadyapi Apani Haye Prabhu Bala Rama Tatapi Chaitanya Era Kare Dasa Abhimana. Radhika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation. Although Nityanand Prabhu is none other than Balaram himself, he nonetheless always thinks of himself as the eternal servant of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Chaitanya Seva, Chaitanya Gao Lavo, Chaitanya Nama, Chaitanya Bhakti Kare, Sei Mora Prana. Beautiful verse, actually, yeah. Lalit Mohan Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Nityananda Prabhu requested everyone to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, chant his glories, and utter his name. Nityananda Prabhu claimed that person to be his life and soul who rendered devotional service unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Ye Mata Loke Chaitanya Bhakti Lao Yaila, Dina Hina Ninda Ka Sabare Nistarila. Akincham Prabhu.
In this way, Sri Nityananda Prabhu introduced the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to everyone without discrimination. Even though the people were fallen souls and blasphemers, they were delivered by this process.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Tabe Prabhu Vraje Pathaila Rupa Sanatana Prabhu Agya Yadui Bhai Aila Vrindavana. Sapan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then sent the two brothers, Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatana Goswami, to Vraja. By his order, they went to Sri Vrindavana Dhama. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Bhakti Prachariya Sarva Tirtha Prakashila Madana Gopala Govindera Seva Pracharila. Gaurav Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. After going to Vrindavan, the brothers preached devotional service and discovered many places of pilgrimage. They specifically initiated the service of Madhana, Mohana, and Govindaji.
Govindaji. Ladies, Prabhuji. Govindaji, ladies. Thank you, Prabhuji. 33, text 33. Nana Shastra Ani Kaila Bhakti Grandha Sara Mudha adhama janera ten ho karila nistara. Raju Prabhu, translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation. Both Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami brought various scriptures to Vrindavana, and collected the essence of this by compiling many scriptures on devotional service. In this way, they delivered all the rascals in fallen souls. Srila Srinivasa Acharya sang. Can you sing, Prabhuji?
నేర్చుకోండి ఒకసారి అంటే మీరు చేయండి. నానా శాస్త్ర విచారణైక నిపుణౌ సద్ధర్మ సంస్థాపకౌ లోకా.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry Prabhuji. Actually, we'll sing daily, Prabhuji, this one.
పాడండి.
నానా శాస్త్ర విచారణ కనిపుణౌ సద్ధర్మ సంస్థాపకౌ లోకానామితకారిణౌ త్రిభువనే మాన్యౌ శరణ్యాకరౌ రాధాకృష్ణ పదారవింద భజనానందేన మత్తాలికౌ వందే రూప సనాతనౌ రఘుయుగౌ శ్రీజీవ గోపాలకౌ. Actually, every day Mangalarti prayers we'll sing this one also, Prabhuji. After Sistastakam prayers, we'll sing Goswami prayers. This is a Goswami prayers, Prabhuji.
Wonderful. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, the 6 Goswami under the direction of Sri Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatana Goswami studied various Vedic literatures and picked up in the essence of them the devotional service of the Lord. This means that all the Goswamis wrote many scriptures on devotional service with the support of the Vedic literature. Devotional service is not a sentimental activity. The essence of Vedic knowledge is devotional service, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 15.15. Vedesya sarver hahameva vedya. All the Vedic literature aims at understanding Krishna and how to understand Krishna through devotional service, has been explained by Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami with evidence from all Vedic literatures. They have put it so nicely that even a rascal or first class fool can deliver by devotional service under the guidance of the Goswami. Sorry, Prabhuji, I stopped in between. Actually,
it's okay. It's okay. For my purification, let me also sing. Nice. Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipunau Saddharma Samstapakau Lokanam Hitakarinau Tribhuvane Manyau Sharanyakarau Radha Krishna Padaravinda Bhajana Anandena Mattalikau Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghujugau Sri Jiva Gopalakau. Very nice. Wonderful song actually. Chet Goswami Ashtakam. This is written by Srila Srinivasa Acharya. I will share one video. We can listen. So one Mata sang, Radha Kanta Mata is something very nice. She sang so nicely. We usually hear with our kids. Yeah. So now everybody is done. So let us do again. Prabhu Agyaya Kaila Sabha Shastra Vichara Vrajera Nibudha Bhakti Karila Prachara.
Translation and prepared by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Goswamis.
Yeah.
The Goswamis carried out the preaching work of devotional service on the basis of an analytical study of all confidential Vedic literatures. This was in compliance with the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus, one can understand the most confidential devotional service of Vrindavana. Purport. This proves that bona fide devotional service is based on the conclusions of the Vedic literature. It is not based on the type of sentiment exhibited by the Prakrita Sahajiyas. The Prakrita Sahajiyas do not consult the Vedic literatures, and they are debauchees, women hunters, and smokers of ganja. Sometimes they give a theatrical performance and cry for the Lord with tears in their eyes. Of course, all scriptural conclusions are washed off by these tears. The Prakrita Sahajiyas do not realize that they are violating the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who specifically said that to understand Vrindavana and the pastimes of Vrindavana, one must have sufficient knowledge of the Shastras, Vedic literatures. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.12, Bhaktya Shruta Grihitaya. This means that devotional service is acquired from Vedic knowledge. That Shraddhadhana Munaya, devotees who are actually serious attain bhakti, scientific devotional service by hearing Vedic literatures. Bhaktya Shruta Grihitaya. It is not that one should create something out of sentimentality, become a sahajiya and advocate such concocted devotional service. However, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura considered such sahajiyas to be more favorable than the impersonalists who are hopelessly atheistic. The impersonalists have no idea of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The position of the Sahajiyas is far better than that of the Mayavadi sannyasis. Although the Sahajiyas do not think much of Vedic knowledge, they nonetheless have accepted Lord Krishna as a Supreme Lord. Unfortunately, they misled others from authentic devotion service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Let us read this one important Prabhupada connected verse 1 to 12 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Let us see. One, two, 12. Tashraddhadhana munayo jnana vairagya yuktaya pashyanti atmani chatmanam bhaktya shruta grihitaya. The seriously inquisitive student or sage, well equipped with knowledge and detachment, realizes that absolute truth by rendering devotional service in terms of what he has heard from the Vedanta Shruti. With knowledge and detachment, realize the absolute truth by rendering devotional service. With knowledge, detachment, with that understanding, Supreme Lord, absolute truth, Bhagavan, how by rendering devotional service. So, wonderful verse. Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, 12th verse. Yeah. Yeah, Samyukta Mataji, you can try also tunes, CC tunes.
Yes, Rabji. Hari Bhakti Vilasa Ara Bhagavatamrita Dashama Tipani Ara Dashama Charita. Translation. Some of the books compiled by Srila Sanatana Goswami were the Hari Bhakti Vilasa, Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Dashami Tipani, and Dashama Charita. Purport. In the first wave of the book known as the Bhakti Ratnakara, it is said that Sanatana Goswami understood Srimad Bhagavatam by thorough study and explained it in his commentary known as Vaishnava Tosani. All the knowledge that Sri Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami directly acquired from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was broadcast all over the world by their expert service. Sanatana Goswami gave his Vaishnava Toshani commentary to Srila Jiva Goswami for editing, and Srila Jiva Goswami edited this under the name of Lagu Toshani. Whatever he immediately put down in writing was finished in the year 1476 Shaka. AD 1554, Srila Jiva Goswami completed the Lagu Toshani in the year Shakabda 1504, AD 1582. The subject matter of the... Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So these books are books of the different names compiled by Srila Sanatana Goswami. Hari Bhakti Vilasa, Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Dashama Tippani, and Dashama Charita. Yes. Yeah, let us continue reading. Yeah. Sandhya Mataji, please complete this paragraph.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. The subject matter of the Hari Bhakti Vilasa by Sri Sanatana Goswami was collected by Srila Gopala Bhatta Goswami and is known as Vaishnava Smriti. This Vaishnava Smriti Grantha was finished in 20 chapters known as Vilasa. In the first Vilasa, there is a description of how a relationship is established between the spiritual master and the disciple, and the mantras are explained. In the second Vilasa, the process of initiation is described. In the third Vilasa, the methods of Vaishnava behavior are given with emphasis on cleanliness, constant remembrance of Supreme Personality of Godhead, the chanting of the mantras given by the initiating spiritual master. In the fourth Vilasa, are descriptions of descriptions of samskara, the reformatory method, tilaka, the application of 12 tilakas on 12 places of body, mudra, marks on the body, mala, chanting with beads, and guru puja, worship of the spiritual master. In the fifth vilasa, one is instructed on how to make a place to sit for meditation. And
Yeah, Mata.
and there are
yeah.
And there are descriptions of breathing exercises, meditation, and worship of the Shaligrama Shila, representation of Lord Vishnu. In the sixth vilasa, the required practices of inviting the transcendental form of the Lord and bathing him are given. In the seventh vilasa, one is instructed on how to collect flowers used for the worship to Lord Vishnu. In the eighth vilasa, there is a description of the deity and instruction on how to set up incense, light lamps, make offerings, dance, play music, beat drums, garland the deity, offer prayers and obeisances, and counteract offenses. In the ninth vilasa, there are descriptions about collecting tulasi leaves, offering oblations to forefathers according to Vaishnava rituals, and offering food. In the 10th vilasa, there are descriptions of the devotees of the Lord, Vaishnavas or saintly persons. In the 11th vilasa, there are elaborate descriptions of deity worship and the glories of the holy name of the Lord. One is instructed on how to chant the holy name of the deity, and there are discussions about offenses committed while chanting the holy name, along with the methods for getting relief from such offenses. There are also descriptions of the glories of devotional service and the surrendering process. In the 12th vilasa, Ekadashi is described. In the 13th vilasa, fasting is discussed, as well as observance of the Maha Dwadashi ceremony. The 14th vilasa, different duties for different months are outlined. In the 15th vilasa, there are instructions on how to observe Ekadashi fasting without even drinking water. There are also descriptions of branding the body with the symbols of Vishnu, discussions of Chaturmasya observations during the rainy season, and discussions of Janmashtami, Parshava Ekadashi, Shravana Dvadashi, Ramanavami, and Vijayadashami. The 16th vilasa discusses duties to observed in the month of Kartika, October to November, or the Damodar Mantha or Urja, when lamps are offered in the deity room or above the temple. There are also descriptions of the Govardhana Puja and Ratha Yatra. The 17th vilasa discusses preparations for deity worship, Mahamantra chanting, and the process of japa. In the 18th vilasa, the different forms of Sri Vishnu are described. The 19th vilasa discusses the establishment of the deity and the rituals observed in bathing the deity before installation. The 12th vilasa discusses the construction of temples, referring to those constructed by the great devotees.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much.
This is a Vaishnava Etika written by Sanatana Goswami. One vilasa very clearly pointed out all how to perform different things we are seeing here, right? So it's Haribhakti Vilasa. So let us continue. So Radhika Mate, can you please complete this paragraph?
The details of the Hari Bhakti Vilas Grantha are given by Sri Kaviraj Goswami in the Madhya Leela 24.329 to 345. The descriptions given in those verses by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami are actually a description of those portions compiled by Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. According to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the regulative principles of devotional service compiled by Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami do not strictly follow our Vaishnava principles. Actually, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami collected only a summary of the elaborate descriptions of Vaishnava regulative principles from the Hari Bhakti Vilas. It is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami's opinion. However, that to follow the Hari Bhakti Vilas strictly is to actually follow the Vaishnava rituals in perfect order.
He claims that the Smarta Samaj, which is strictly followed by caste Brahmanas, has influenced portions that Srila Gopal Bhatt Goswami collected from the original Hari Bhakti Vilas. It is therefore very difficult to find out Vaishnava directions from the book of Srila Gopal Bhatt Goswami. It is better to consult the commentary made by Srila Sanatan Goswami himself for the Hari Bhakti Vilas under the name of Digdarshani Tika. Some say that the same commentary was compiled by Srila Gopinath Puja Adhikari, who was engaged in the service of Sri Radha Ramanji and who happened to be one of the disciples of Srila Gopal Bhatt Goswami.
Lavanya, please complete these two.
Yeah. Regarding the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, there are two parts, both of which deal with the discharge of devotional service. The first part is an analytical study of devotional service, in which there is also a description of different planets, including the earth, heavenly planets, Brahmaloka, Vaikuntaloka. There are also descriptions of the devotees, including intimate devotees, most intimate devotees, and complete devotees. The second part describes the glories of the spiritual world known as Goloka Mahatmya Nirupana, as well as the process of renunciation of the material world. It also describes real knowledge, devotional service, the spiritual world, love of Godhead, attainment of life's destination, and the bliss of the world. In this way, there are 7 chapters in each part, 14 chapters in full. The Dashama Tippani is a commentary on the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Another name for this commentary is Brihad Vaishnava Toshani Tika. In the Bhakti Ratnakara, it is said that Dashami Tippani was finished in 1476 Shatabda, AD 1554.
Yeah. So detailedly, right, Srila Prabhupada written purport this literature, right? Sanatana Goswami. Yeah. So nicely put out. Thank you. Thank you, Lavanya. Yes, now let us continue. Madhya 1.36. Sabha Grantha Kaila Gosani Sanatana Rupa Gosani Kaila Yata Ke Karu Ganana. Prabhu's Akinchan Prabhu. Raju Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Translation. We have already given the names of 4 books compiled by Sanatana Goswami. Similarly, Srila Rupa Goswami has also compiled many books, which no one can even count. Hare Krishna.
That is Pradhana Kichu Kariye Ganana Laksha Granthe Kaila Vraja Vilasa Varnana. Akinchan Prabhu, still there? Haribo. Sapan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I shall therefore enumerate the chief books compiled by Srila Rupa Goswami. He has described the pastimes of Vrindavana in 100,000 verses.
Rupa Goswami, 100,000 verses. These are all devotional mellows, they are experiencing the love of God in the form of, literature, poetry. 1.38. Rasamruta Sindhuara Vidagda Madhava Ujjvala Nila Maniyara Lalita Madhava. These wonderful books, yes. Gaurav Prabhu.
Translation. The books compiled by Srila Rupa Goswami include the Bhaktis Rasmatra Sindhu, Vidagata Madhava, Ujjvala Nilamani, and Lalita Madhava. Hare Krishna.
These books are also so nicely put up the nice title. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion. Srila Prabhupada translated some of the chapters. Vidagdha Madhava, Ujjvala Nilamani, Lalita Madhava. Different articles, yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Now, Chandraval Prabhu, please. Can you try, Chandraval Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhu. Dana Keli Komodi Arabahu Rastavali Ashtadasa Lila Chanda Arapadjali Govinda Virudavali Atahara Lakshana Madhura Mahatyama Aranataka Varnana. Translation. Srila Rupa Goswami also compiled the Dana Keli Komadi, Stavavali, Leela Chanda, Padyavali, Govinda Virudavali, Madhura Mahatyam, and Nataka Varnana.
Nice. 41. Laghu Bhagava Mrutadi Kekaru Ganana Sarvatra Karila Vraja Vilasa Varnana. Akicham Prabhu?
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhu.
Yeah, please read, Prabhu.
Who can count the rest of the books headed by the Laghu Bhagavatamrita, written by Srila Rupa Goswami? He has described the pastimes of Vrindavan in all of them. But Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati has given a description of these books. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is the great book of instructions on how to develop devotional service to Lord Krishna and follow the transcendental process. It was finished in the year 1463. Shabda, AD 1541. This book is divided into 4 parts: Purva Vibhaga, Eastern Division; Dakshina Vibhaga, Southern Division; Paschima Vibhaga, Western Division; and Uttara Vibhaga, Northern Division. In the Purva Vibhaga, there is a description of permanent development of devotional service. The general principles of the devotional service is the execution of devotional service, ecstasy in devotional service, and ultimately the attainment of love of Godhead are described. In this way, there are 4 laharis, waves, in the division of the ocean of nectar of devotion.
Okay, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you. Lalipam Prabhu, you can read, Prabhu. So, Bhakti Rasam Sindhu divided into 4 parts: Purva Vibhaga, Dakshina Vibhaga, Paschima Vibhaga, Uttara Vibhaga. In our Bhakti Shastri course, we just touched on the outer. There is a very deep subject matter is there.
Only 19 chapters we have discussed, right? Only 19 chapters. I mean,
that is there in the syllabus. Yeah. Please read.
Yes, Prabhuji. Here, from here, 2 things will develop, Prabhuji, because Madhya Lila, it's more on the preaching. So one is the Tippani. Have you seen this word Tippani in the previous verses?
Tippani, yeah.
And Tippani and Tekas. So these are very important words actually. Tippani means summarizing. Sorry, it's a, what is it? Yeah, summarizing the thing. So many of this Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami and the other Goswamis or the devotees, acharyas from down the line. Am I audible?
Yes,
yes, Prabhuji.
So Tippani means summarizing the whole Grantha into a small book is known as Tippani. Okay. And Tika means commentary. Means, see, who can summarize the whole, Grantha? Only the person who knows it well, right? So these people, the acharyas and all, they know things very well. They study in and out, and they give a small version of it to understand the essence of it. That's what Tippani means. Okay, summarizing the things. It's like giving an index page of what it is. And Tika means commentary on it. So how it can be understood properly according to the time, place, and circumstance. That's what Tika means. So Tippani and Tika are about to come in the future in the preceding chapters also. Please remember this. Tippani means summary. Tika means commentary. Okay. Hare.
Read, bro.
In the Dakshina Vibhaga, Southern Division, there is a general description of the mellow relationship called Bhakti Rasa, which is derived from devotional service. There are also descriptions of the stages known as Vibhava, Anubhava, Satvika, Vyabhichari, and Sthayi Bhava, all on this high platform of devotional service. Thus, there are 5 waves in the Dakshina Vibhaga division. In the Western division, Paschima Vibhaga, there is a description of the chief transcendental humors derived from devotional service. These are known as Mukhya Bhakti Rasa Nirupana, or attainment of the chief humors or feelings in the execution of devotional service. In that part, there is a description of devotional service in neutrality. Further development in love and affection called servitude, further development in fraternity, further development in parenthood or parental love, and finally conjugal love between Krishna and his devotees. Thus, there are 5 waves in the Western division. Thank you.
Can read one more prayer.
Okay. In the Northern division, Uttar Vibhaga, there is a description of the indirect mellows of devotional service, namely devotional service in laughter, devotional service in wonder, and devotional service in chivalry, pity, anger, dread, and ghastliness. There are also mixing of mellows and the transgression of different humors. Thus, there are 9 waves in this part. This is but a brief outline of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. I
Prabhuji,
think
can you explain little bit Bhava, Anubhava, and Sai Bhava?
Mataji,
There are stages.
Mataji, actually it is said that we should not go into these things only. This Lalita Madhava, Vidagdha Madhava. So many sannyasis got fall down after reading some of those books. Okay, because we are not on that level. So we should be very, very careful, Mataji. That's why we should go to the Tippanis and Tikas rather than the original scriptures.
Okay. Because when we are reading the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, the same thing has come, Prabhuji, like in the discharge of devotional service, Bhavas, right? So 5 types of rasas. So it is elaborately explained in the book also. Yeah. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
we have done some of the deep topics, as Prabhu mentioned, we are on that, not on that level.
Okay, Prabhu.
It's going to be a bewilderment. I mean, our mind is not there yet. We are not purified yet. Okay, just that's why Prabhupada just outline is giving. Whatever required, that is only is giving. These are the books is written. This is there. This is there. This is what it is.
And he said in the previous verse, like 100,000 verses of Vrindavana past tense, right, Prabhuji?
In different books, he explained in different books. That's where Vidagdha Madhava, Lalita Madhava, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, all conclusive.
Okay, not on one book, right? Okay.
No, different books.
Okay. I thought it's Lagu Bhagavatamrita or something.
The compilation of different books, culmination of all the books, those verses count. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Now, the remaining part. I think Prabhuji's are all done, right? Anybody left? Yes. Madhya, again, you read. Deepa Mataji, Samyukta Mataji, you can complete this verse. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Vidagdha, Akaninchana, Prabhuji. Yeah. The Vidagdha Madhava is the drama of Lord Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavana. Srila Rupa Goswami finished this book in the year 1454 Shakabda, AD 1532. The first part of this drama is called Venu Nada Vilasa. The second part, Manmatha Lekha. The third part, Radha Sangha. The fourth part, Venu Harana. The fifth part, Radha Prasadana. The sixth part, Sharad Vihara. And the seventh and last part, Gauri Vihara. There is also a book called Ujjvala Nilamani, a transcendental account of loving affairs that includes metaphor, analogy, and higher bhakti sentiments. Devotional service and conjugal love is described briefly in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, but it is very elaborately discussed in the Ujjvala Nilamani. This book describes different types of lovers, their assistants, and those who are very dear to Krishna. There is also a description of Srimati Radharani and other female lovers, as well as various group leaders, messengers, and the constant associates, as well as others who are very dear to Krishna, are all described. The book also relates how love of Krishna is awakened and describes the ecstatic situation, the devotional situation. Permanent ecstasy, disturbed ecstasy, steady ecstasy, different positions of different dresses, feelings of separation, prior attraction, anger in attraction, varieties of loving affairs, separation from the beloved, meeting with the beloved, and both direct and indirect enjoyment between the lover and the beloved. All this has been very elaborately described. Hare Krishna.
So one thing, when this Prabhu, Amarendra Prabhu came to Dallas for, Gaur Lila Katha during January last week, he mentioned that, first one has to read all the Srila Prabhupada books, then properly nourished with the knowledge, then only they can read under the guidance of, Siksha Gurus like that. These are the high topics, Ujjwala Nilamani, these Vidagdha Madhava, Lalita Madhava. These books are highly elevated. So we are not there. So he emphasized that, start reading all the Srila Prabhupada books in a small group. Then once you read, then once you understand first Srila Prabhupada books, then only you can go into other books. That's point he made it while during this trip to Dallas. Just to share, yeah, these two paragraphs there, three paragraphs, 3 devotees they can read. Sandhya Mataji, can you read? Samyukta Mataji, if you're ready, you can also do.
Yes.
Yeah, after Samyukta Mataji, you can read Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Similarly, the Lalita Madhava is a description of Krishna's pastimes in Dwaraka. These pastimes were made into a drama, and the work was finished in the year 1459 Shakabda. The first part deals with festivities in the evening, the second with the killing of the Shankachuda, the third was Madden Srimati Radharani, the fourth with Radharani's proceeding toward Krishna, the fifth with the achievement of Chandravali, the sixth with the achievement of Lalita, the seventh with the meeting in Navavrindavana, the eighth with the enjoyment in Navavrindavana, the ninth with looking over pictures, and the 10th with complete satisfaction of the mind. Thus, the entire drama is divided into 10 parts. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. You can continue, Mataji. Sandhya Mataji.
Me, Prabhuji, or Samyukta Mataji? The Lagu. The Lagu Bhagavatamrita is divided into 2 parts. The first is called the Nectar of Krishna, and the second, the Nectar of Devotional Service. The importance of Vedic evidence is stressed in the first part, and this is followed by a description of the original form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Sri Krishna, and descriptions of his pastimes and expansions in Swamsha, personal forms, and Vibhinnamsha. According to different absorptions, the incarnations are called Avesha and Tad Ekatma. The first incarnation is divided into 3 Purusha avatars, namely Mahavishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, and Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. Then there are 3 incarnations of the modes of nature, namely Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, Shiva. All the paraphernalia used in the service of the Lord is transcendental beyond the 3 qualities of this material world. There is also a description of 25 Leela avatars, namely Chatushsana, the Kumaras, Narada, Varaha, Matsya, Yajna, Naranarayana, Rishi, Kapila, Dattatreya, Hayagriva, Hamsa, Vishnigarbha, Rishabha, Prithu, Narsimha, Kurma, Dhanavantari, Mohini, Vamana, Parashurama, Dasarathi, Krishna, Dwapayana, Balarama, Vasudeva, Buddha, and Kalki. There are also 14 Manvantara incarnations: Yajna, Vibhu, Satyasena, Hari, Vaikunta, Ajita, Vamana, Sarvabhauma, Rishabha, Visvaksena, Dharmasetu, Sudhama, Yogeshwara, and Bruhabdhanu. There are also 4 incarnations of the 4 yugas, and their colors are described as white, red, blackish, and black, sometimes yellow, as in the case of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are different types of millenniums and incarnation of those millenniums. The category is called Avesha, Prabhava, Vaibhava, and para constitute different situations for the different incarnations. According to the specific pastimes, the names are spiritually empowered. There are also descriptions of the difference between the powerful and the power and the inconceivable activities of the Supreme Lord.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Coach.
So nicely writing here. Yeah, Radhika Mataji, then we'll conclude this verse. Okay?
Shri Krishna.
Manvantara incarnation of Chanting, I mean, like Purushavataru, Gunavataru, Leela Avataru, and a mood tells Prabhuji. This Manvantara incarnations, Yagna, Vibhu.
Yeah. Yes, every Manu's time, so there are different incarnations. That's where 14 Manus described here, Srila Prabhupada. Every Manu, there is specific incarnation. Yeah, Prabhu.
Should I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, you can read. Later, Prabhuji will add. You can add a little more later, okay? So this one, yeah, complete this.
Shri Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, and no one is greater than him. He is the source of all incarnations. In the Laghu Bhagavatamrita, there are descriptions of his partial incarnations, a description of the impersonal Brahman effulgence, actually the bodily effulgence of Shri Krishna. The super excellence of Shri Krishna's pastimes as an ordinary human being with 2 hands and so forth. There is nothing to compare with the 2-armed form of the Lord. In the spiritual world, Vaikuntha Jagat, there is no distinction between the owner of the body and the body itself. In the material world, the owner of the body is called the soul, and the body is called a material manifestation. In the Vaikuntha world, however, there is no such distinction. Lord Shri Krishna is unborn, and his appearance as an incarnation is perpetual. Krishna's pastimes are divided into 2 parts, manifest and unmanifest. For example, when Krishna takes his birth within this material world, his pastimes are considered to be manifest. However, when he disappears, one should not think that he is finished, for his pastimes are going on in an unmanifest form. Varieties of humors, however, are enjoyed by the devotees and Lord Krishna during his manifest pastimes. After all, his pastimes in Mathura, Vrindavan, and Dwarka are eternal and are going on perpetually somewhere in some part of the universe.
Yeah, perpetually means it eternal. That's why it's called Nitya Leela Pravishta. Nitya Leela, always going on somewhere in some part of universe. These are all the pastimes. Laghu Bhagavatamrita, these various descriptions explained. Yes. Yes, Prabhuji. Like, no, we want to add that Manvantara, Avatara.
No, Prabhuji, you already told. In every Manu, Krishna will appear in different form of this, first like Yajna, and in Vibhu, as Satyasena, as Vamana. That's it. Nothing to be added, Prabhu. But he has one more incarnation as well as Manvantara incarnations.
See, there are 6 types of, right, Prabhu? Raju Prabhu. This is,
yes,
right?
Purushavataru,
Gunavataras, Leela
Avataras,
Vesha Avataras, and Yuga Avataras. Total 6 kinds of avatars, incarnation, different types. Okay, so thank you very much, all the devotees, for reading today. So let us go through with our sloka recitation. Let me share it with you. Hold on. Yes. Kunti Maharani. Yes, Prabhuji. You are able to see, all of you? Yeah.
Yeah, Prabhuji, can you scroll to the next sloka?
Yes. Yeah.
So, first we will go like this, synonyms and translation. And after that, you will repeat some words after me. And then we will go line by line. Will that be okay with everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, first every devotee, alternate devotees, you can go alternately. Like one devotee will do synonyms, the other one will do translation. Like that we'll complete whole bunch of devotees will do. Every devotee will participate in this. Okay, there are 10 devotees excluding me. So go ahead, please. 5 times we will do. Samyukta Mataji, please go ahead, Mataji. Synonyms, read synonyms.
Yes, Prabhuji. Synonyms: Janma, the birth; Aishwarya, opulence; Shruta, education; Shribihi, by the position of beauty; Edhamana, progressively increasing; Madha, intoxication; Puman, the human being; Na, never; Eva, ever; Arhati, deserves; Abhidhatum, to address in feeling; Why, certainly; Tvam, you; Akinchana Gocharam, one who is approached easily by the materially exhausted man.
Ramaredi Prabhu, can read translation.
Sure, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Translation: My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Please concentration on the meanings. This is very high, heavy shloka. Okay. Yeah. Sandhya Mataji, please go ahead. Sandhya Mataji, are you there?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I'll be in hearing mode, Prabhuji.
Sure, Mataji.
Case of Nandana is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next devotee, Deepa Mataji.
I'll do it, Prabhuji. Which one, Prabhuji? 26 or 27?
No, we are at 26, Mataji.
Yeah, sorry. Janma, birth; Aishwarya, opulence; Shruta, education; Shribhi, by the possession of beauty; Edhamana, progressively increasing; Mother, intoxication; Puman, the human being; Na, never; Eva, ever; Arhati, deserves; Abhidhatum, to address in feeling; Why, certainly; Tvam, you; Akinchana Gocharam, one who is approached easily by the materially exhausted man.
Lavanya Mataji, can you please read translation, Mataji?
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji. Translation: My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted, one who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. Yeah, thank you.
Radhika Mataji, can you please go ahead with synonyms?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Janma, birth; Aishwarya, opulence; Shruta, education; Shribhi, by the possession of beauty; Idhamana, progressively increasing; Mother, intoxication; Puman, the human being; Na, never; Eva, ever; Arhati, deserves; Abhidhatum, to address in feeling; Why, certainly; Tvam, you; Akinchan Gocharam, one who is approached easily by the materially exhausted man.
Yes, Prabhuji. Sapal Prabhu, can you please read translation, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation: My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Chandramouli Prabhu, synonyms, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Janma, birth; Aishwarya, opulence; Surta, education; Sribi, by the position of beauty; Edamana, progressively increasing; Mada, intoxication; Puman, the human being; Na, never; Eva, ever; Arhati, deserves; Abhidaptam, to address in feeling; Why, certainly; Tvam, you; Akinchana Gocharam, one who is approached easily by the materially adjusted man. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Akinchan Prabhu, translation.
Yes, my lord, your lordship can easily be approached by, my lord, your lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with a respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling.
Raju Prabhu, can you read translation, Prabhu? Synonyms, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Janma, birth, Aishwarya, opulence, Shruta, education, Sribihi, by the process of beauty, Edamana, progressively increasing, Mata, intoxication, Puman, the human being, Na, never, Eva, ever, Hargati, deserves, Abhidatum, to address in feeling, by certainly, from you, Akinchana Gocharam, one who is approached easily by the materially exhausted man.
Thank you, Prabhu. Giraj Prabhu, translation, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhuji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My lord, your lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. Yes,
okay,
Prabhu.
Prabhu. So, very heavy shlokas, huh? So, we should, the requirement to pray to the Lord is proper purification. That's what this shloka means, actually.
Yeah. This one, see, the lines, first line. So, my lord, your lordship can easily be approached. Evaru mendicant, pauper, but only by those who are materially exhausted, completely exhausted in the materialistic way of life. They are puffed up in the materialistic way of life.
Okay, so I will just repeat some words in this. Please repeat after me. I'll spell some words. Please repeat after me. Naivarhatyabhidhatum vai. Naivarhatyabhidhatum vai. So you should add some things and we should divide some things. Naivarhatyabhi. That's where these are the two words which you should add. Dhatum vai. Okay? You should split it like that. Naivarhatyabhidhatum vai.
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 Okay, now I will read two lines together 3 times and the next 2 lines together for 3 times. Then the whole shloka 3 times you will practice it. Okay. Janmaishwarya Sruta Sribhir Idhamana Madhapuman Naivarhatyabhidhatum vai Vam Akinchana Gocha. I'm sorry, I'm extremely sorry. Janmaishwarya Sruta Sribhir Idhamana Madhapuman
Janmaishwarya Sruta Madan Puna.
जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुतश्रीभिः इधमाना मदः पुमान् जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुतश्रीभिः इधमाना मदः पुमान् नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वाम् अकिञ्चन गोचरम् नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वाम् अकिञ्चन गोचरम् नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वाम् अकिञ्चन गोचरम् जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुतश्रीभिः इधमाना मदः पुमान् नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वाम् अकिञ्चन गोचरम् जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुतश्रीभिः इधमाना मदः पुमान् नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वाम् अकिञ्चन गोचरम्
Yeah, Prabhuji's mother is. Please do once and let us wrap up after all of us recite.
I'm sorry, I was in mute. Last time, जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुतश्रीभिः इधमाना मदः पुमान् नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वाम् अकिञ्चन गोचरम् Now, one by one, you can please start practicing it from starting from Samyukta Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. जन्मैश्वर्य श्रुता श्रीभिः इधमाना मदः पुमान् नैवर्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वामकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
Yes, Mataji. Ramiredi Prabhu, please.
जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुता श्रीभिर्यधमाना मदः पुमान् नैवर्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वाम् अकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sandhya Mataji, can you do it or
Yes,
will you
Prabhuji,
send?
I'll do it.
Yeah, please.
I'll do it. जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुतश्रीभिर्यधमाना मदः पुमान् नैवर्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वामकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
Yes, Mataji. Deepa Mataji.
जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुतश्रीभिर्येधमाना मदः पुमान् नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वामकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
Thank you, Mataji. Radhika Mataji.
जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुतश्रीभिर्येधमाना मदः पुमान् नैवर्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वामकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
Mataji, Naivar. There is a dash above E, so we should spell it for a bit longer. Okay.
Yeah.
That is okay.
नैवर्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वामकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
Yes, Mataji. Lavanya Mataji.
जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुतश्रीभिर्यधमाना मदः पुमान् नैर्वार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वाम् अकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
Can you please repeat the third line, Mataji?
नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वाम् अकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
Yes, Mataji. Second time is good. Rajguru.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.26. Janmaishwarya Stuta Shribhir Edamana Matapuman Naivar Hatya Vidatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam.
Yes, Prabhuji. Akinchana Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. जलवैश्वर्य श्रुता श्रीभिर्एदामलमदापुमान् नैवार्थते अभिधातुं वै त्वमकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
Yes, Prabhu. Chandramouli Prabhu.
जन्मैश्वर्य श्रुत श्रीभिर्एदमानमन मदपुमान् नैवर्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वामकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
Third line ఒకసారి చేయండి Prabhu మళ్ళీ.
नैवर्हत्यभिधातुं वै नैवर्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वमकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
ఒకసారి చేస్తారు మళ్ళీ శ్లోకం మొత్తం చేస్తారు ఒకసారి.
ఓకే. జన్మైశ్వర్య శ్రుత శ్రీభిర్యేదమానమదపుమాన్ నైవర్హత్యభిధాతుం వై త్వామకించన గోచరం.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభు. సపన్ ప్రభు.
हरे कृष्ण. जन्मैश्वर्य श्रुता श्रीभिर यदमानमदपुमान् नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वामकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభు. గిరిరాజ్ ప్రభు.
Yes, Prabhuji. जन्मैश्वर्य श्रुत श्रीभिर एधमानामधपुमान् नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वामकिञ्चन गोचरम्.
No one left now. Everyone is done, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much everyone. Prabhuji, you can conclude the call. Or they can bring their plates, they can eat, they can do whatever they wish. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसलेंटल बुक रीडिंग की जय. निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glory to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Let us connect tomorrow.